Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit JaretGoesToTheMovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors, and if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like, but my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be honest. I know that Hitler was a great speaker and shit. I find him really annoying. Like, I can't understand a fucking word he says.
Well,
like, I don't know that he would have convinced me of anything.
Yeah. Why don't they learn to speak
English?
English?
He's just so mad.
Colonel Klink was much better.
So mad. Just so mad. Hi, everybody. My name is Jaret. This is a podcast. It's called Jaret Goes to the Movies. And boy, oh boy, there's so much happening in this room right now. I mean, it's just us. It's just the normal, just our basic cast. And I like it when it's this. This is good. I like it. With me, as always, is Rich.
Hey, Jared.
My lovely wife, Casey, is here.
Hello.
Kitty Corner Will.
Okay to go.
The Italian stallion, the king of Sting, the golden boy, Will Liam is here.
Wow. Thanks.
Here's the thing. Like, I like this. This is nice. Now, man, I don't even know where to start. I mean, talking about the movie Contact today, and it's just great. I'm so glad that I'm in contact with you guys. Seriously, I freaking love you guys, for reals. Yep. Now physical contact. You have soft hands, dude.
Thanks, man.
For reals. Do you get manicures or?
My wife thinks I'm dry like a lizard.
Really? That's fucking amazing. You should tell her, hey, well, you're fucking dry like a lizard, I'll tell you that much.
No, I'm going to tell her.
Come on.
Well, Jared said I was soft.
Oh, you could do that, too. How you doing, Rich?
I'm great.
Everything's good. So we're trying out our video for the first time. It's looking cool. We got a bunch of stuff going on in here. There's cameras everywhere and shit.
We're not posting this. This is just recorded for us.
I know, but here's what I think. I think we've done so much in the last hour and a half that I'm worried. I'm worried that we're all, like, you guys are all about to sit back, get on your fucking phones, and just, like, fucking sail through the night. You know? And I worry.
Why do you worry about that?
Because I just do.
The cameras make you worried about that?
No, the cameras don't. I don't even know that they're here.
Oh, okay.
That's the point, is, like, you can't even know. You should just ignore that.
Right.
You know? Like,
But look right at it.
Right. Yeah.
But ignore it.
Well, it's like me and Casey have a security camera. We have like security cameras in the house or whatever.
What?
And the funny thing is like
Yeah,
you just, and sometimes I decide I'm just going to masturbate in the living room. And I don't know who's watching that. Anybody could be fucking watching that. If you have our password, I mean, I'm just there just getting
Why in
after
the living room?
Yeah, and we have 2 big open windows that don't have blinds on them.
Yeah, well, I do that for just sport. You know, that's just like, how fast can I do this? What if someone catches me?
I have 3 monitors in my office. There's no other place I'm doing that.
You have 3 different things going on at the same time?
Yes.
Are you being serious right now?
Oh, definitely.
That is so genius because like even from back in the day when I used to use my mind, you know, you have that thing where you can't decide. You know what I mean? Like you're like scrolling through and you like get to the what? Okay, this is good. Now you know what? Okay, we're gonna go. You know what? And so now you have your go-to things and you can't bookmark it. Because, you know, I fucking forget to clear my browser history, but I can't have, like, you know, methy mother gets big black cock. Like, I can't just fucking have that
Why not?
on my bookmarks.
Why not?
That's not even a thing. Well,
But he does.
I have kids.
You're literally talking in front of your wife. Who cares?
No, but I have children
Oh.
who get on my computer from time to time.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I don't want them to see that.
Don't they have their own?
I mean, it looks like a fucking anaconda going into a fucking hole in the fucking middle of the Grand Canyon.
Is it the meth part that you don't want them to see?
No.
Jaret.
You don't see them do the meth.
You just see the aftermath.
They've already done that. You see the aftermath.
Hang on. Stop everything. You're doing it wrong. Why
Yeah?
are you letting your kids get on your profile?
I really don't let them. I was just making a bit.
Damn it.
Yeah, they don't.
I'll cut all that out.
They don't fucking no.
We're live. Oh crap.
You leave it there. I don't let my kids get on my shit. Yeah, or my porn. You know, but I do. So my son comes in every
The
morning.
iPad, you don't have a choice because there's no profiles.
Well,
on
the iPad, it's different. They're not allowed to use my iPad, but my 4-year-old does use my phone. But I have it on private browsing, so even if he comes in, he's like, "Hey, Dad, can I watch something on your phone in the morning?" As long as I X out of the browser, and even if I like open it up and it's just like,
But why are you using
fucking balls deep?
Like, I've never used my phone for that.
What do you mean?
Like, where are you that you need to have your phone for that? You've got a laptop. You've got. A
Oh, I
computer.
don't like to masturbate in a chair. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
still
it
bring your
It just
laptop.
feels dirty. No, not in the bathroom though.
Do you have to be in the swing?
Yeah, or you know, like
Our cell phones are pretty big.
the bed. I know, right?
Not
We have
that
like
big.
7-inch fucking cell phone.
I've
My
got
phone is
3
bigger than my dick.
30-inch monitors. There's like real women are surrounding me.
It's fucking crazy though. That's amazing. I mean, if there's any advantages of you being the fucking
You're not allowed to come back up here without the
P.S.
doors open.
Why wasn't this the fucking pre-show to last week's episode of 50 Shades of
I also
Grey?
have a 70-inch TV that has a browser.
You go 7-inch, and I was like, "What? Really? Fuck, dude! Congratulations!"
It depends on where you measure it from.
Agreed. Yeah, totally agree.
The base underneath, of course.
Yeah, the base
Well,
underneath it. Yes.
So here's the thing: I've gained a bunch of weight, and so I have to like push the ruler into the fat that hangs over the shaft. You know?
Because you
How
have to
often-
count that.
How
Yeah.
often as an adult male do you have to measure
Because
your
the
penis?
outside-
at
I
what-
don't really
At what point
measure
do you
my
just
penis.
go, it's probably done?
The outside
No,
of the vagina does push that back, so you gotta
Totally.
count that.
No, I agree. It
Right.
counts.
Yeah, it counts.
It's just it fucking counts. I mean, again, it's like you know, I'm a fatty, not a shower.
You should put that on a T-shirt.
But
Fatty, not a show.
hey, it's great. Thank you guys. Welcome to the program. Again, my name is Jared. I'm really happy that you guys are listening to the podcast today. Coming up later, we've got our Patreon supporter and producer Dave Murray who's going to do 5 questions with us. Now, I wanted to ask you, Rich. Now, I think you there was an accusation
Uh-oh.
that you may have been doing a little trolling.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It was
Okay, I'm just going to be honest about something, and please leave this in. It says, asterisk, asterisk. Ask Rich about trolling the listeners last week.
I totally forgot. Let's start that
And
over.
fucking no! You leave this
Leave it in,
and then
Rich.
you fucking, dude, if you're going to give me show notes,
Leave
fucking
it in.
be
I
prepped.
totally forgot it.
He's
No,
trolling
I'm
the
talking
podcast.
about the Groundhog Day where I kept posting the same episode every single day.
Right, which was hilarious.
You didn't get it right away, though.
I didn't.
I was really worried no one would get that.
Well, a bunch of people did get it.
Yeah,
I
there was a
didn't
few
get
people
it.
that got
so,
it.
so people were texting me like, "Hey, here's a screenshot. This is what's going on," and I noticed it too because again, like
I saw that too and didn't.
we were just talking about the fact that I listen to all my podcasts through the Podbean app, right? So I get them. They just pop up, and here's the new ones for today or whatever. And a bunch release on Friday, by the way. So it's like you get a bunch on Friday, and then Monday is kind of a big day, too. And I only subscribe to like 6. That one came up, and it's like, you have 8 new episodes of Jaret Goes to the Movies. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I just got a new phone, so I'm like, well, obviously. It's like, well, Groundhog Day. And what's funny is some of them are different links and shit, like just the way that it processed it, I guess, or whatever. I did not get the joke. So I send you the screenshot that somebody else sends me, and you're like, what are you, reliving the same day over and over? Hysterical. And I'm just like, shit. So here's what I actually thought you meant. Me and Casey had gone out one night, and we had ended up getting to have an impromptu date night, and we had gone to a bar that we like called Aces, and we were there that night. Well, the next night we were there again because we went with some friends or whatever. And so what I thought you were doing was being like, what are you doing the same thing every day, fuckface? But that's just it. That's the reason why text messages are fucked up.
Right.
Because like the guy reading the text message, he just automatically assumes that the other guy's being a dick.
Right.
So anyway, hilarious bit by you.
You should be able to go into, if you still have all 7 of those, you can go in there and click on all of them, but except for one, and delete those from your feed.
Well, I'm glad I asked you about that. That was fucking fantastic fucking podcasting, by the way, Rich. Hey, guys, I want to let you guys know that, as I talked about last week, the store is fucking open. The Jaret Goes to the Movies store is open, and if you are a supporter, even at $1 a month, you get 20% off everything. There's a coupon code right there for you. And where do they need to go if they want to get... So our first shirt, and we have a mug.
Just go to Jaret Goes to the Movies, and in the far right column, there's a buy shirts and
buy
shit.
Our shit. And so anyway, we got one shirt out now and a mug, and then eventually a bunch more stuff. Actually, we're looking for quotes. If you guys have quotes that you like, a lot of people like that don't fact check me. And, I think probably like...
I'm a fatty, not a grower.
I'm a fatty, not a grower should be up there.
Cert size for the first time.
Team
Right.
Casey.
And Team Casey, absolutely. Anyway, if you are a Patreon supporter, go get that code and get 20% off. Speaking of Patreon supporters, our new supporters... from last week, Nigel Watson actually upped his pledge, so he gets to be on here again. Let's hear it for Nigel Watson.
Hey, Nigel.
And he will be on our Google Hangout that we're doing here in the next, either in a week or 2. I want to say also, Les Zalewski. He is a new $10 supporter, and Joel Robinson is a new $20 supporter.
Les is a podcaster. He's been doing it for 10 years.
Well, thank you, Les.
But
Seriously.
it's mostly, it's kind of like a diary. He does like
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes. I don't know. I just got on this.
I think that's kind of a cool
I
thing.
dove into the dark world of Les Zalewski today.
Did you?
Yeah, I listened.
Well, Joel
I
did
listened
20.
to all
Let's
his
talk about him.
I listened to a bunch of his podcasts and then some videos. Him and his wife were singing in a car. It was one of his videos on YouTube.
Interesting, because I do think that the 5-10 minute just check in somebody's life is a good idea for a podcast.
Yeah, I think it's great. It seems like it was more for his family and friends to just
Right.
kind of keep up with him. But
Plus, his name is Les. When's the last time you met a dude named Les that you didn't like?
oh, he's always nice.
Yeah, the guy.
Is that
Les,
always short for Leslie?
You can't be a dick with a name.
I
of
actually
Les.
do not know the answer to that question.
Because there are dudes that are named Leslie, and
Yep.
I always wonder if that was Les is short for that or something else.
Lester.
Or Lester.
Lester, yeah.
I always loved. So when I was a kid, I always thought dudes with girls' names had it made. I loved if your name was Jackie, I was like, what a fucking cool name.
Or
you know?
Jennifer.
Or well, no.
Brittany.
Okay, now you guys are just being dicks.
I feel bad for Joel because we spent so much time on Les. And
Yeah, I just said that.
oh, you just said that?
Yeah, you're the
Well, here's to you,
I agree with
Joel Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. We'll talk about that later on Contact. Do you believe in God, Joel Robinson, or do you think it's aliens on a beach? Holy sheet. Holy sheet. There you go, Joel Robinson. A little impromptu song that I fucking wrote for you, you little fuck. Our executive producers are David Murray, who you will hear from later in the show, Ashley C., who recently took up for Rich on the internet and then didn't understand why she was even in the fucking conversation, Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, who is awesome, David Dooley, who fucking stood us up last week and then came to the Super Bowl party and brought a fucking maddening brisket.
It was delicious.
Oh, that was his brisket?
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah,
I have
and
some in my fridge if you want some.
Yes.
Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray wants to be better at guitar, Rod on James. I still owe you an email, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm the fucking worst. Eddie Weiss, colonblowband.com, Lisa Wenzel, Sean Beck, giving it up my boom Beck. Joel Robinson, the new guy, everybody. Come on. Let's give it up right here. All right, this week we're watching a movie that I actually had never even fucking heard of.
Oh, really? It was just off the radar.
Even as we were approaching it, Casey had looked it up, and she's like, this movie's like 1997. I think I've seen it. And even then, it didn't fucking hit me. And then I'm like, okay, and then it's kind of starting, and the credits are going, and then the first scene comes up, and she goes, oh, this is older. Oh, this is like 1997. Oh, and it's PG. I probably did see this. And I go, yeah, because you were fucking 7.
Or 6.
Yeah. So this is
on
20 fucking years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Shit.
I have seen it, by the way. I did not realize.
You had seen it?
Yeah, but I didn't remember it.
All right, so one of the reasons, and I say this all the time, one of the reasons I love this podcast so much, and I really hope that this catches on and becomes a thing for our listeners and not just us. But we do end up, the theme song says, this is me and my friend Rich, watching or talking about movies that we like. And that's how this show started to be. Mm-hmm. But now it's, me and Rich and Will and Casey. Sorry I didn't put you first, dude. Me and Will and Rich and Casey.
Thank you.
And talking about just movies in general. If it's something that like made an impact, just a big movie there, whatever. But so I get to watch movies that I would not sit down and watch. There is no fucking way in hell, and not for any other reason other than I just couldn't have explained off the 2.5 fucking hours that it took to watch it. There's no way I would have sat and watched this. There's no way. Like it could have been anything happening. Like we're at Christmas at somebody's house and somebody's grandpa's like, hey, you guys want to watch Contact? I would be like, I do not. I want to go outside in the freezing fucking cold and watch people smoke. Actually, that's what I want to do with my time right now. Merry Christmas, somebody else's grandpa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it, and I thought the whole time, and I enjoyed it to a point. And I'll get in there and discuss why parts of it that I didn't like and why I thought it was too long. But again, it was a cool movie. I mean, I don't really see movies that are terrible, but I think Jaret Goes to the Movies has made me watch so many things that I wouldn't have watched before, and I do hope that people are like, you know what? I've never seen that. I'm going to give it a shot, and either like it or don't, and have an opinion about it.
Right.
But this movie came out in 1997, and here's the synopsis: after years of searching, Dr. Ellie Arroway finds conclusive radio proof of intelligent aliens who send plans for a mysterious machine. Okay, I'm going to fucking go on I'm not joking. I believe this could be second place as far as synopsis are concerned so far in 66 episodes. Number 1, Groundhog Day.
Right.
Number 2, that's fucking exactly what the movie's about. They left out the part about Matthew McConaughey's penis.
True.
And the fact that he's not a priest so that he can have sex with girls.
I always remember to put in Matthew McConaughey's penis.
Now, Rich, you have an alternate synopsis.
Right.
I'm going to get you. I think this could be a new bit, and I'm going to get you a theme song for this shit. So let me do the synopsis again, okay. And then I'll introduce you.
All right.
For your alternate synopsis. Okay. Do you understand how this is working?
I think
Do you have it? Okay.
It was clear. Now it's a little convoluted.
Okay. Well, I think just basically follow my lead.
Okay.
And if you'll just hey, stop talking. Contact 1997. After years of searching, Dr. Ellie Arroway finds conclusive radio proof of intelligent aliens who send plans for a mysterious machine. And now, with his alternate synopsis, Here is Mr. Rich W7 Coleman.
Contact, 1997. After wasting her entire life listening to nothing but static, a chick with a weird speech problem finally hears something. And then she possibly even sees something. But who knows? We're not completely sure, except that there was more static.
That's pretty spot on. And here's the thing. Like, what the fuck is going on with her speech?
I don't know. I don't get it.
But she always
It's not an
talked like
accent.
that.
It's just something's wrong.
I told Casey, I said,
I thought she just had a stuffy nose.
what was the thing with the, what was the
All
bit that
her
I
life.
She just got her wisdom teeth out.
no, but what was the bit that I said where, he goes,
Poison ivy in her tonsils.
I've asked you out or whatever. And anyway, I just go, hi, my name is Matthew McConaughey, and your boobs are way better in the 90s than they were in 80s movies. Because, my God, they looked so nice.
They
Just
look
right there. And you got a good side boob on his chest during the
That's true. Yeah.
after they had done the sex scene. You're dying though, right? Because there's no way you find Jodie Foster remotely attractive.
I think she could be attractive.
There's no way after all of these beautiful women and all these things that you have.
No. I think she could be attractive except for her voice and her behavior. Like, if this was a sweet person
Like
with a sweet voice,
non-movie behavior or movie behavior?
I could look past some of the normal imperfections, but her voice just kills me.
Yeah, but she's acting.
You know, I have a theory about her voice. I thought she was kind of doing an homage to Carl Sagan.
Okay, so
Does he have a weird, fucked up voice?
Yeah.
all right, so I
She
do wanna,
always talks like
I
that.
want to ask
Does
about
she?
this
Yes.
before we get into that, and she does. But this Carl Sagan guy, I don't.
Sagan.
I thought she was
Sagan.
trying to be like, I'm a scientist like Carl Sagan and being nerdy.
No, she's always talked like that.
Jaret's opening a bid.
And Robert Zemeckis, he's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, usually comedies, though, right?
This was funny.
What else?
Ghostbusters?
Was it funny or?
Did you do Ghostbusters?
Well, he did Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, that's what it was.
He did. He did the Polar Express, which you love. You love the Polar Express.
Creepiest
Remember, you've
cartoon
talked
ever.
about that.
Creepy.
I love it.
So horrible.
He did the
Makes me feel
Tales
like
from the
Christmas.
Crypt TV show. Did you ever watch that? Tales from the Crypt?
That was
On
on
HBO.
HBO, right?
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
It was awesome.
And then he's a big producer too. He did like Castaway and again the Polar Express. I think basically he kicked some fucking ass as a director
Yeah,
and
no,
writer.
he's-
And now he's just a producer because you just put your name on shit and
Right.
make tons of money.
Go to lunches.
And a lot of
J.J.
lunches. A lot of lunches. So this is based on a novel again by as we said, Carl's. Is it Sagan?
Sagan.
Yeah, this is a hugely popular novel from a long time ago, right? How long ago?
Actually, this novel was written in 1985.
Oh, I was
wow.
going to say Spanish.
No.
I didn't know. I didn't know exactly what you meant by that, but
In
or where we were headed.
1981's Simon & Schuster gave him an advance for $2 million to write this. At the time, it was the most money ever advanced for a book that hadn't been written.
So
Wow.
$2 million to write a book. And do you feel like? And did the book sell well?
I read it.
God damn it, motherfucker!
Is this Dokken?
Dallas's own Darlington, who I produced a couple of songs for, but
Are they from Arlington?
he had a band called Mess that was so fucking good, and they were it was super punk rock and great. Anyway, Darlington did this song called Jodie Foster. And,
I was trying to figure out the tie and I didn't get it. So he was saying Jody. That's what he was saying.
you didn't hear what he was saying?
His nose was closed. Like, you know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
well, that's what we fucking do.
I
you
know. I understand that.
Have you not ever heard Green Day before?
I heard Green Day.
Sad, like inside myself. That's what he. I've been telling son about you.
So
That's what he does.
So, Jerry, you don't know who Carl Sagan is?
No, I don't.
He's an astrophysicist, and he had a TV program called Cosmos on PBS forever.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who that is because I'm not a fucking nerd.
Well, the sad thing is that when they were making this movie, he was supposed to have a cameo in it, but he died during the filming.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow. Do you know who Neil Sean is?
No.
He's the guitar player for Journey.
Right. So Neil deGrasse Tyson
also bad
actually
English.
redid that series, right?
Yeah, Cosmos. Yeah.
Cosmos.
Do you
But
know
it
who
wasn't as
Daniel Donovan is?
No.
Do you have any
7th grade history teacher.
Yeah,
Just seeing if y'all
good, fucking good one. Yeah, I wish I did. Jodie Foster is in this movie. She has been in so many fucking crazy big movies. It's insane. And even as a kid.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, she's in the original Freaky Friday.
Right.
And guess who has a Freaky Friday gold record on the wall? This
not
guy.
rich.
No, I thought I was going to say Casey.
Not rich. That's right.
Technically my wall too.
She's a really good actress. I felt like she overacted this movie a little bit.
Yeah.
It felt like that to me, too.
There was some strain.
Yeah, there was some weird nuzzling that didn't need to happen, and
Yeah, and her, like, kissing is
Jealousy.
super weird. But
I tried to kiss Jaret like Jodie Foster, and I actually think it took him a little bit to recover
That was a weird
out of
kiss,
just
wasn't it?
disgust.
Maybe she's not used to kissing guys. I don't know.
the good thing about her
Ooh,
is
controversy.
that she
He's alled to say that, though.
she doesn't
I'm
do
not allowed to
she
say
doesn't do a lot of movies. I mean, she she stays busy, but she does a movie a year, movie every couple of years, something like that.
She did Beaver with.
They showed her Beaver in The Accused.
Oh, that was a great movie.
On the
Not because of her beaver, but
yeah.
I remember that. That was crazy.
No, I was just about to say I didn't like it very much. I don't like that kind of thing, like where a girl.
You don't like rape? Jesus.
No, I do not.
Is a beaver only a hairy one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can't just refer that like it's everybody's vagina.
I see. I get confused. I just assume they're all hairy.
It's kind of like the.
or I don't
No.
see it.
No. It's like the Schrodinger's cat. If the genes are on, you can't see it. It's a beaver because it could have beaver, it might not have beaver. So
What
it's
is
both.
it? Well, what if you see it and it's not? What animal
Then
is
it's
it?
not a beaver.
A naked
as soon as
mole
you
rat?
open the box, it's no longer a beaver. It is what it is. It's either a beaver or not a beaver. But if the box is closed,
What's the box?
It's like
then
a
it's
newborn,
both
a newborn
beaver
hamster.
and not a beaver.
What makes up a fur taco?
I'm sorry, we just went off.
If you don't leave all of that in, I quit,
All that
I
steak,
quit the
of
show.
course.
A taco mustache.
Matthew McConaughey is also in this movie. He is the hardest last name to spell in the history
I just
of film.
copied and pasted it.
So Tom Skerritt is in this movie. Tom Skerritt is like the most lovable dude in the world until this movie. What the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like even in the
I didn't see
the
anything
Tom
wrong with
Cruise.
him.
What?
is wrong with him?
You didn't want to punch him in the fucking face?
No, I thought he was pretty much dead on everything he said.
Oh my god, he was like stealing all of her shit and
Denying
doing
her
all
all
that
her
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
We'll discuss that
Oh
as
my
we go
god,
through.
I don't. Even when you do that kind of setup, it already makes me mad. I already hate this podcast. The late John Hurt, who we lost a couple of weeks ago, plays a great role in this, and he's basically the guy
Fantastic.
that bankrolls everything, and he plays the creepy billionaire. He's in an airplane all the time because you find out later they let him fucking live on a Russian space station
Right.
because cancer is less aggressive if it can't breathe, and that's like all of us. You know, like when I'm winded, I have to take a break. I mean, ask Casey. I'll just be like, I got to take a break. Like,
I also have a hard time surviving without oxygen.
yeah, see? Everybody does. It's fucking hard. It's fucking hard.
Roadhouse.
So the intro was tough for me. It was sensory overload. It's too many things happening at once. And I kept turning the volume up and turning it down. And I couldn't figure out like where it was. And we just got this Fire Stick from fucking Amazon
I
or
just
whatever.
got one for Christmas. Yeah.
It's the greatest thing ever because we have that and Apple TV on the same TV. So like we literally have everything and we're on our way. Like we're on our way to leaving cable. We're so fucking close.
Yeah.
Are
Do
we
it.
leaving cable?
Eventually.
Sunday too.
I like cable.
I know, baby.
All women like cable because it has those stupid shows that no one would watch if cable didn't exist.
Whoa, hold on. But cable does exist and people watch it.
The stupid shows.
That doesn't make any sense. What you're saying is
Men
ridiculous.
don't need these.
What
weird
shows are we talking about?
ancillary shows.
Lottery Dream Home,
The
Thank you.
Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
No, The Bachelor's
exactly.
on regular TV. It's over there.
Kardashians,
Yeah, all that shit.
Chopped Junior.
No, it's mostly like my mom. Here's my mom. Okay, so they were living in my house for a while, right?
Oh yeah.
So she couldn't deal with just watching all of the millions of shows that I have on a hard drive in my house, movies and shows, because she needed the Hallmark Channel. So they went and purchased the Direct Now TV service that's over the internet, so that for the month that she's at my house, she could watch the Hallmark Channel.
Good.
Right.
She deserves to watch the show she likes.
And I let her.
I mean, I sort of get that. I mean, I like that ID channel on cable.
Yeah,
That
was the channel I was talking about. Women have to have is the ID channel. All women watch the ID channel.
It's Forensic Files.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
What I'm
like
saying.
fucking murder and
Is
shit.
that
That's
true
what I
TV?
like.
Yeah, murder shows.
True crime. Yeah.
Murder shows
I
and
like
the
true crime.
Kardashians and Chop Jr.
I don't watch anything that's like, I don't watch any Real Housewives or Kardashians or whatever. So my wife and daughter do watch this fucking Kardashians. Have you heard of these girls? I'll lay it out there real quick, and I realize I'm taking up time, but here's the thing. So their dad was OJ's lawyer.
Right.
And he made so much money. And then these girls were like growing up, and then he died. Right? And their mom married Bruce Jenner.
Right.
And now, do you know about this?
Yes, I know. All
Okay, there's no way you know about this. Then they have this one that's called Kim. She blew this dude with like a J-hook fucking boner, and just blew the shit out of him, and they put it on the internet. And then Ryan Seacrest rolled in and fucking signed him to a show. And now they're fucking multiplying. Bruce Jenner fucking gets in there. He rolls off the Wheeze box, gets a sex change, changes his name to Caitlyn, and now everybody's fucking famous. And here's the fucking crazy part. Now, even the fucking kids of Caitlyn, the mom of Kim, they're fucking famous now. It is crazy. This Kendall is crazy. She does the wackiest shit. And there's another sister. Her name's Kylie. She has makeup.
Is that one?
Now, this Kendall is a model, and she makes a lot of money.
Right.
Now, this Kylie, she'll put out a makeup thing,
Right.
and all of the girls just buy it.
My
all of
daughter,
a sudden, yeah.
like Lizford.
Now,
Kylie
here's
Jenner.
the craziest shit that's ever happened. Their brother, okay, he ends up with the stripper, and he gets her pregnant. Here's what's crazy. That girl already has a kid with Kylie's fucking boyfriend, right? And here's what's insane. They're fucking getting married or whatever, and guess what? You're never gonna fucking get this. And I'm fucking not kidding. They have their own fucking show now. Now, a couple of them have gotten married throughout the time that the show's been on. Now, this Kim, she's married a couple of dudes along the way. She's married to Kanye West. He's this rapper
Conway.
who fucking apparently hates Taylor Swift but likes Beyonce. But now here's the other thing. There's this other sister who used to be fat, and now she just has the
She's hot.
biggest butt in the world. Right. And her hair is not blonde or black
What's her name?
whatever. Chloe. This Chloe, she marries this basketball player from the Lakers who comes to Dallas to play for a minute, and then he gets on the drugs, passes out at the Bunny Ranch with 5 hookers on top of him, and they fucking put it on the television show. You will not believe this show.
What's it called?
I don't watch it. I don't know.
What's the show called?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
Is anybody out there? I'm not getting anything.
Small moves, Ellie. Small moves.
CQ, this is W9GFO here. Come back.
Copy W9GFO, K4WLD here.
What do I say?
Just be yourself.
Where are you, K4WLD? Come back.
Pensacola, over.
Pensacola, where's Pensacola?
I'll give you a hint. Orange juice.
So here's the thing. My brother used to he would do these projects all the time. It would always be something. He was always into something. He would get into it, and it would be a whole thing for a couple of weeks, and then he'd just fucking move on to something else. So he decided at one point that he was going to set up a base station in my house.
A ham radio base station?
Pretty much, but not a ham radio at the
CB.
time. It was a CB.
CB, yeah.
So, man, he set up this whole thing, and he put this tower up, and, I mean, it was crazy how much he worked on it. He fucking never talked on it once. So I would just get in there, right? My mom's in the kitchen or whatever, because that's where she fucking belonged. It was the 80s.
Cooking.
She's just cooking. And I'd be in there, and I just started talking on this thing, right?
Right.
So my handle, that was my name, was the Roly Poly. Because I was a fucking fat kid, right? I was a roly-poly.
My mom used to call me Doodlebug. That's the
I
same
made
thing.
friends with all these dudes on these CBs. Like, I fucking had the Mad Hatter and the Raging Cajun and all these, and I would talk to them all the time. Like, hey, Raging Cajun, you got your ears on? This is the Roly-Poly coming in from Cranbrook Street. You know, whatever. And I would talk to them all, like, fucking literally for weeks. And this is the thing. This is what, I mean, now if you think about it, like, I was really opening up myself to being molested because
Yeah.
I've trusted the shit out of them, but I would have totally, like, if they were just like, I'm at the fucking Dairy Queen down the street, I'd be like,
stop by.
Mom, I'm going to see the fucking Raging Cajun down the street. Are you kidding? She'd be like, what? Okay, get down there. And
Get
I'd
me
just,
some cigarettes
you
on
know,
the way
yeah,
home.
Give me some cigarettes on the way home, and I'll buy you a Playboy.
Hey, baby, this is Mama.
Hey, baby, it's Mama. I'm cooking. Go ahead and meet the Raging Cajun, and I'll just go ahead and buy you Playboy.
Yeah, there are 400 billion stars out there just in our galaxy alone. If only one out of a million of those had planets, all right, and if just one out of a million of those had life, and if just one out of a million of those had intelligent life, there would be literally millions of civilizations out there.
Well, if there wasn't, it'd be an awful waste of space.
So he says the line that her dad said.
Right.
And that's your boy.
And
Came up with that. What's his name?
Carl Sagan.
Yeah, that's a big thing that he said. And that's,
Billions and billions.
you know, but I feel like that's sort of where, you know, so what we're seeing here is this religion is on one side and science is on the other, and we're coming together, and our common ground is Matthew McConaughey is going to stick his penis into Jodie Foster. Now, here's the thing about all of this is they're both saying the same thing. And that is my philosophy on life. You can fucking take it or you can leave it. And I'm not telling you how I feel spiritually or what I believe in or what I don't. But I do think this. I think you have to believe in something. You have to. If you don't believe in anything.
What does that mean? I feel like you're saying something without saying anything.
No, I'm saying exactly what I'm saying. You got to believe in something. You've got to fucking believe that.
If I believe that there's a red couch over there, that's all you mean by that?
No,
Okay,
I mean
then
deeper.
That's okay. Then
I mean,
what do you
like,
mean?
you've got to believe that there's some bigger picture to everything. It just
So if I believe that the bigger picture is a giant universe I'm yet to understand, that's what you're talking about?
totally,
Okay.
absolutely,
I think then everyone believes in something then.
exactly.
Okay.
But not everybody does. I mean, some people believe that we're like fucking here, and this is where we're at, and we get reincarnated. We come back as a flower. A dog pisses on us. We come back as a skunk.
That's something.
Fucking get hit
Yeah,
by a
that's
goddamn.
something.
I
Yeah,
think that's
exactly. Agreed. Okay, you're right. But you have to believe in something. Otherwise, there's fucking no point.
I still feel like you're saying nothing.
Yeah, and stop telling me what I have to do.
Yeah, you're being super aggressive.
I'm not saying anything. Though.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think there is life in outer space?
You know, I think there's got to be.
There has to be.
There has to be life in outer space. You know, is it? You know,
Do you think there's intelligent life in outer space?
I do,
I think there
100%.
has to be. I mean, there just has to be.
Do you think intelligent life has visited us in the past?
I don't know. I don't really have this is not a cop out.
I don't think it's a cop out.
I just don't know. I mean, I don't really have an opinion. I think that there are a lot of
Do
people.
you think that there is an alien cover up by the government?
I don't think that the government covers up much.
I think they do.
I just don't think you can. I mean,
I think
I
it's
actually-
highly unlikely.
I just think, especially this day and age,
There are secrets that are too big to keep.
Yeah,
exactly, and
too
there,
many people involved.
It just and also and as you guys
I don't know.
nobody agrees on anything. Yeah. There's no way you could just get people to be like, all right, guys, we're going to disagree on everything, but let everybody fucking keep this a secret.
Don't you think Edward Scissorhands would have leaked that from the NSA if we had, you know what I mean?
Yes.
What's his name? Snowden.
Yeah.
Edward Snowden.
Oh, Russia's
leaked.
going to give him back. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Wait,
So
who do
I
we
don't know.
get?
I mean, so my
Like a
thing is
draft
this.
He's
I mean,
in
like,
trouble.
now hold on, but if I could say this, do I believe that there are people who believe that they have seen things, that they have experienced things? Yeah, I do.
I believe that they've experienced
Correct.
things.
Yeah, that's
I
the
agree.
thing. So
I also believe that there are people with schizophrenia.
Well, I mean, it could be that, or it could be...
I'm not saying they're
right.
schizophrenic. I'm just saying there are schizophrenics.
Yeah.
I'm not connecting the dots. I'm just saying there are schizophrenics, and then there are people that I know for a fact believe that they have seen aliens.
Right. I think that back in the day, there were definitely government cover-ups. Like, I think probably a lot of people, getting killed and shit, and like this guy doing this, and this, and that. It's just there's just no way it wouldn't.
We did all kinds of crazy shit during the Cold War.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But right now, there's just no way you could keep anything like that.
It's hard to keep it.
What I think is interesting, and I guess this goes into the whole point of the. I mean, not even at the whole point of the movie, but a large point in the movie, is that if you asked a group of 100 people, which one of them think strongly they believe in aliens, there'd probably be a few, but whichever. If you said, how many of you guys believe in ghosts? It'd be way more. But I think the idea of intelligent life in the universe is a lot more likely.
I'm almost positive there is life
it's
in
a universe.
the universe.
It's infinite.
I mean,
It's not infinite, but
it's kind of infinite.
It's immense.
We actually don't know if it's not infinite or if it is infinite. Our
or if
universe
can
could
be infinite or not
could
infinite.
be finite, but then there could be literally millions of universes that are just like ours.
Is it true? Did you pull the plug?
I know you can't
Did you
see
pull
it
the
now,
plug?
but I'm doing you a favor.
Oh,
You're
that's
far
great.
too promising a
Great.
scientist to be wasting your gifts on this nonsense.
Look, I don't consider what could potentially be the most important discovery of the human race nonsense, okay? There's 400 billion stars
And
out
only
there.
two
We're not even
probabilities.
started-
One, there is intelligent life out there, but it's so far away you'll never contact it in your lifetime. And
Like, you're making a decision.
two, there's nothing out there but noble gases and carbon compounds, and you're wasting your time. In the meantime, you won't be published, you won't be taken seriously, and your career will be over before it's begun.
So what? It's my life.
He was definitely doing her a favor, though, if this was real life.
Yeah.
Because she is wasting her life.
Really not.
Okay, the Hollywood version is...
Yeah, it's a movie.
Right, I agree. I'm just saying, though, but
don't you think that people should be...
I'm listening to him, and I completely understand what he's saying. It is very logical.
He gave her two options for the whole entire universe. These are your two options.
Yeah.
None of them are right for you. Go away in the entirety
Don't
of the
you think you want
universe.
people trying to figure out what's going on out there just for the sake of knowing? I mean, I think it's cool that we know what we know, and we wouldn't know what we knew if people weren't out there fucking figuring shit out.
Unfortunately, I have the perspective of 2017, and I'm an asshole. But in 1997, I guess around 95, I remember there was a big SETI thing where you could do a screensaver on your computer. Remember that?
Yeah, and it was on the PlayStation, too.
Oh, really? And it would help...
SETI at home.
Yeah, SETI at home. It would help SETI process the data that it pulls down.
I did it.
Yeah, I did it on my screensaver. I guess way back then,
it
seemed like a good idea.
I never did find aliens.
I feel like it's the worst idea ever to spend money on right now. Listening for radio waves from outer space.
We're building a wall right now. We don't have money.
Thank you. I don't even think we should or need or will want to contact aliens because I don't think it's going to be good for us if we do. If they find us, I think we're fucked. If we're not more technologically advanced than we are now, I think we're screwed if aliens come here.
Because you're assuming that aliens are all these mastermind. They can't just be like some cows walking around in space or something.
I'm telling you, it's. We're gonna get to it later, but it's the fucking anthill. I think it would be. We're insignificant.
Well, I mean, from my standpoint, I think, I just think all research is good research. I mean, I think it's just good to learn things, and even if it's just learning that there's other galaxies out there.
I don't want to spend billions of dollars.
Although what I will give you...
Wait, hold on. I let you talk. But I also think going through the rainforest and fucking discovering new medicines and things like that is a good idea. And there's a lot of people that don't like that.
The ocean.
So I just think that exploration of things, and especially when it's somewhat productive, and I don't know. I think you could go back and be like, what's the point? Why do we need to fucking walk on the moon? What's the fucking point? Why do we need to walk on the moon?
Because we need fucking Tang.
The orange drink they put in my mimosas in Mexico?
They already had Tang.
Hold on. Poontang?
Well, that's how we got Tang.
I will give you this, Rich. I will give you this.
Poontang.
I will say the last time that I really paid attention to the exploration of space, they fucking kicked Pluto out of the solar system, and I was pissed about that.
That not being a star anymore.
So no, now it's
a planet.
Now it's a dwarf planet.
All right, so she rushes home, and we see a fucking crazy artifact.
Do I have to get a rebuttal of the thing you said after I shut up so you can say it?
What's the point? What do we need to argue about?
Who is arguing about medicines? Why everyone agrees we should get medicines and research on medicines. No, that's a straw man argument. Of course we should research and have better medicines.
Okay.
But I don't think we should spend billions of dollars listening to the stars.
Is it billions of dollars?
I don't know. I'm sure it is.
Awesome. She doesn't call him. He leaves his number. He's like, please call me. I mean, he likes her. He's enamored by her.
I don't get it, but
she just uses him like a piece
Well, I mean,
of meat.
you don't know what happened in between, like, the wine by the
stars. Been really good.
I don't know. Casey thinks you're probably good, by the way. She thinks that you.
It would make a lot of sense.
She
for,
has
like,
a
some of the
theory
girl
about
habits.
you.
There's got to be something,
Just
right?
because
It has to be.
way that women react after you're done with them. You
After
must.
I'm done with them?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes,
but,
done with them.
She thinks you. Apparently, you're fucking amazing.
There's no way that would be the only explanation.
Literally fucking amazing.
I can't win in this situation.
So she does the presentation.
Clearly, you do win.
And this is where she loses her shit. Realizes
By
there's
the way,
a camera
all that's
watching.
staying in.
And
Leave it in.
I think it's the show. Leave it all in. Fuck it. It can be 2.5 hours. Camera watching. Then we see McConaughey on Larry King Live. Now, one of the things about this that's going to come up in a bit, I'm going to talk to you about the fact that Larry King was playing Larry King from CNN.
Right. How do you feel about that? Having President Clinton, having Larry King, having who was the other guy? Bryant Gumbel, I think, was on there.
Bernard Shaw. Well, Bill Clinton wasn't really in the movie.
He wasn't.
I know, I understand, but instead of having like a fake president,
So they did that in Forrest Gump.
that's different. That's a period piece.
So there's actually an issue here.
Okay.
So and I was going to wait 2 quotes, but fuck it, let's just do it now because it ties into this.
All right.
So Clinton actually was not happy because the footage that you're seeing here is a 1996 press conference.
Yeah, he's talking about something completely different.
He talked about a rock that was believed to be from Mars.
Right.
Okay. And so
That's the one they found in
Zemeckis,
the Antarctic.
he edits the footage to be like he's talking about these alien fucking sources and shit. All right, so Warner Brothers eventually has to concede that, yeah, we didn't get permission. We fucked up, right?
Why does that matter?
It was an argument. They were basically saying, because they could have said, take the footage out. And so his administration was like, you guys got to admit that you didn't get permission. So they admit it. There, no formal sign-off. The White House did not seek to pull the film, and they didn't seek to have it edited at all. Instead, they made it like a thing where it's like, don't use unauthorized footage anymore. This is an example of how we could fuck you in the asshole.
Right.
And just make you take it out. Now, a few years later, CNN catches on to this and realizes, well, shit.
They used our footage.
And our actor and him
and their
being
logo.
there and CNN and their logo, whatever. So it's barred at that point from doing cameos at all. Now, Larry King had done other movies from time to time, but never with the CNN logo behind him. So, they fucked it up for everybody. It's kind of one of those things, like your older brother.
Now they do it all the time. So if it's like a NBC parent company owned movie, fucking NBC people are all over that shit.
Or if it's Disney or ABC.
Yeah, they do that all the time now. But how do you? My point is so Forrest Gump, they took historical footage and put it in because
public domain.
Well, I mean, it made it more authentic.
Well, and they didn't
that
really.
was genius.
They didn't really. It was genius,
and it was supposed to be a little bit funny.
And actually, at the time too, it looked real. I mean, to us now it doesn't, but that was a big step in movies.
But it was supposed to be a little haha. They inserted him into the thing, and it's historical footage.
But
what I'm saying is,
they weren't talking about anything really happening. He was like meeting these football players, and he says, "Hey, here's a Coke," and he had to pee or whatever. Here we have an actual president reacting to something that this movie is saying happened and is being misquoted from something that he had said before. So,
and he was actually the president at the time.
Yeah.
Was this pre or post blowjob?
This is pre, I think.
I'm saying post, actually, because the blowjob happened when I was in college.
1990. Yeah, it's 1997.
This is 97.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
so
in his 6th or 7th year here.
I was in college from 90 to 94, and the blowjob happened during that.
All right, can I get back to my whole point of
Sure.
bringing that up? Okay, the reason I brought that topic, because I feel like it dates the movie. So now we're 2017. This really dates the movie for me because they use actual people from that time period. And so if they had just used generic people, I think at that time it was great because it's like, oh, it's now.
It was like it was real.
It's
Yeah.
real. This
Yeah.
is really happening. But now it just feels like a very dated movie.
Let's
as
talk about the
opposed to
time frame of the
having-
movie, though. I don't know if you guys did the math, but if you had done the math, you would know this. All right, so the movie establishes that the signal was launched from the planet Earth in 1936 during the Berlin Olympics. You know, it's the opening games of the Berlin Olympics, okay?
Right.
All right. Now, since Vega is 26 light years from the planet Earth, the earliest the signal could have returned could have been 1988. However, since we see the characters in the film using such things as Netscape and things like that, the year would have had to have been the mid-90s. So I'm assuming, and also Bill Clinton's there. So we're assuming it's late 90s or whatever. So we're 10 years off.
Why,
And y'all,
why do you say off?
we're 10 years off because 26 years from 1936.
Well, maybe they sat on the signal and
Right, yeah, they didn't respond. Or maybe they responded right away.
and we weren't listening.
Yeah, maybe they just like trying to figure it out and check us out first.
Well, maybe you should shut up.
Maybe they listened to us for another 10 years before they decided to send it back.
Yeah, maybe they were building that stupid thing and going,
Jared,
these
maybe
guys
you
are
don't
idiots.
know all the answers, okay?
Maybe these guys are idiots. We need to really dumb down these plans so they can figure it out. We'll just do it in a cube instead of a quadrangle.
Fucking hate my school.
Is anybody awake in there? I'm moving the array! Confirmed!
Boss has a bogey.
Right ascension, 18 hours, 36 minutes, 56.2 seconds.
Fish!
Declination!
We're on it!
Plus 36 hours, 47 minutes, and 1 second. Strong possible pulse chain on submarine 4. I'm moving the rest of them now, and I need you to confirm the coordinates.
Maybe if she was actually in their fucking office where she's supposed to be, as opposed to sleeping on her car all goddamn day, she could have done all that by herself.
There is there's a 30 to 40 second thing while she's doing this rambling where she's running upstairs and like going away from it. And I told Casey, I go, this is the most genius fucking shooting of all time because they don't even really need her to say anything. That might not even fucking be her. Because she's just running away from the thing and you just see her holding the thing up to her mouth, you know, like girls do.
So was she out there plugged into one of the telescopes?
Dude, I mean, okay,
she
it's a movie.
Was she plugged into one of the telescopes? Because they don't have Wi-Fi.
here's
They
the
don't
thing.
have
Like,
fucking...
Here's what this
Yeah,
girl
no
does.
shit, right?
And it comes up a lot in this movie.
It was through radio waves.
She likes to sit and think.
That's not...
I fucking never do that.
Look, that...
You could never be a scientist.
I hope she's not getting paid for any of this because you can't
It's a
just
grant.
sit on your fucking ass all day listening to headphones.
You can if it's a grant.
That's probably fucking true.
Yeah, it is fucking
Jesus
true.
Christ.
But just don't fucking ask her to call you back.
Oh, and why did he have to break out Big Boy? Remember Big Boy? Break out the Big Boy or whatever it was called. And then the guy
It was
that's
just
from
a
the unit.
Wasn't it just
It
a
was
stereo?
a fucking stereo. I had the same exact stereo. Why
It's a
didn't they just
Denon.
already have that out?
I don't know. I mean,
They're
that's
fucking speakers. Just
Yeah,
hook it up to
I don't know.
speakers.
That's now you're just getting fucking nitpicky.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There he is.
Hey, how you doing, Jaret?
Good. How are you, man? What's going on?
Doing well.
Man, I feel like we talk so much now. I feel like whenever we're hanging out, when I'm at the show and you're at the show, it's going to be like we're fucking old friends and shit. You know, like we're not going to have anything to talk about.
You know, I probably do talk to you more than I do my parents now.
All right.
I talk to them about once a month.
All right. Today we're talking about the movie Contact. Did you have a chance to watch the movie?
Yeah, I watched it 2 days ago.
All right. So I actually went into it not knowing anything about it or who was in it or
It's
anything.
your first viewing?
First viewing, yeah, I had no idea. I was surprised at like just the mobility of the movie, like it just how many areas it went to, and you know, there's just a lot going on. But I would like to ask you 5 questions about the movie Contact, and then Rich is going to come in with a bonus question.
Bonus.
And so we're going to go with this. Can you name any song or historic quote or statement from the intro of the movie Contact?
From the intro?
That's right. So we're flying around the planet. There's a lot of music going on, and there's like a bunch of famous fucking speeches and shit.
Perhaps Martin Luther King.
Okay, yes, that's right. And what quote was in
Was his
there?
speech in there?
Yeah, it was. He had a quote in there, and it was...
I have a dream?
That's right. That's right. I have a dream. Very good. Fantastic. I can see that I need to make the questions a little bit easier because you don't fucking pay attention to the questions. Name 2 other ways you can use the word contact besides this movie.
Contact lens?
Correct.
Yes, that's one.
Physical contact?
There you go.
We're going to go with that.
Yep.
Yes, that is correct. Physical contact is definitely different than contacting someone via a ham radio in Pensacola, Florida. Question number 3 for you. This movie reminded me, as it started, as another movie that Jaret Goes to the Movies has done starring Dennis Quaid. If you could name that movie, which also had a lot of radio contact and a bunch of other shit. Did we not do that movie? Never mind. Question 3. He got it right, ladies and gentlemen.
Were you thinking of
Did you just make me watch that?
I was just watching it one day.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I thought we did Frequency because
Nah.
I would have never watched that movie. Good job on question 3.
Dennis Quaid was in this movie.
Yeah, damn it. Straight to hell. Should I ask him another question 3 or?
No.
Yeah, you fucking got it, right?
Yeah.
That's
on
question or error, right?
Right.
That's not his fault.
Yeah.
In Jeopardy, he would have got it.
He can't get in trouble for that. No. He can't. Question number 4. This is literally the first time ever you wanted to punch Tom Skerritt in the face. True or false?
True.
That is true. Tom Skerritt actually usually plays a lovable human being. We always love him. He's got the salt and pepper thing and that just way that he sort of looks at you. Even in Top Gun, he was the head honcho, but we still loved him. We did Steel Magnolias. He lost his hearing by shooting at birds. And his coffee kicked in and had to take a shit. We love us some Tom Skerritt, but not
science Tom Skerritt.
in this movie. As Garth Brooks would say,
oh man,
Tom Skerritt, what an actor. Sometimes just with the timing he would have and just an actor at his core. Now this question, is this question 5?
This is question 5.
Okay, this is kind of a little bit off topic. But I feel like you're going to be feeling me on this. I just heard recently that they're remaking the movie Warriors. Which is a movie where a gang tries to make its way out of New York City to Brooklyn.
Using bad fashion?
Mm-hmm.
No. They use their fucking fists.
Oh.
Baseball
Yeah, it's
bats.
not Clockwork Orange. That's a completely
I haven't seen
different-
the movie. I've only seen the trailer.
As you know, I'm not really a big fan of remakes. And I've made that super clear because I think some things should be held. And you know what? It doesn't really make a lot of sense because I do think that it's neat when somebody covers an old song and makes it a hit, you know? And so I like that. Anyway, remaking The Warriors. Do you think I'm excited about it or not?
I'm guessing not.
I am not. That's right. That's right. I am not. No, they are going to make it a lot more action-packed, and there's going to be a lot more sex and violence in it. And
a normal movie from today.
A normal movie from today. But anyway, you got all 5 correct, Dave. You're killing it right now. Coming in with question number 6 already after only 34 minutes on the phone. Here comes Mr. Rich, Hubert, Delaware, Coleman.
All right, David Murray. If you had the chance to travel through space to Vega and then stop at Vega for a second and then go to some other faraway place and meet an alien that looked like your father, would you do it if it also required you to have an anal probe?
That's a fantastic question. No is correct.
He's a real man.
Yeah, the real question should have been like, would you just be like, just give me the anal probe? I don't want to go through those worm tunnels because that looks terrifying to me. You know what I mean? Like, just go ahead and probe my worm tunnel.
Get this over with.
And get this over with. You know, that's that. Because here's the thing. I've been having colonoscopy since I'm 19 because I have ulcerative colitis. Like, fuck it. Stick a worm up there. I'm fine with it. It's fine. Whatever.
What is ulcerated colitis?
I have this thing with my intestines. But here's the thing. It's like when I go get the doctor to stick his finger up my ass once a year or whatever.
When he looks at it, does he have to do that little thing where he spins it around and there's triangles?
It's not a periscope.
It's not a kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope. Nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you'd got
this
it.
guy, motherfucker.
Did I ever tell you the story of when I got a prostate exam by a little Asian woman?
No, but could you even feel that?
No, that's called a massage parlor. They do that on purpose.
So she gloves up. She's going to give me this prostate exam for some reason. And she goes to do it. She pulls out and she's like, yeah, my finger's too small. I couldn't really tell. So I'm going to send you to...
Your ass is... Oh, she couldn't reach her prostate with her tiny finger?
Right. I'm like, why the fuck did you try?
No, exactly.
Yeah, this should be like located generally in the same area on everybody.
I seriously think I got anal raped by an Asian lady.
Wow.
I think you might have.
She was the previous patient. She was crazy.
Yeah, she didn't work there.
I am pretty sure the last lady that gave me a massage was working towards that, but I think I was hurting too much on the back part of it, and she gave up.
She was a GP specializing in rashes, so I don't know why she had her finger up my ass.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I don't know. I mean, you can... Jesus Christ. That's terrifying. Dave Murray, thank you as always for being a part of the podcast. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, see you, Dave.
That was random question time.
Get me the White House.
20 million people died defeating that son of a bitch, and he's our first ambassador to outer space.
Actually, the Hitler
broadcast
were
from
the
the
first.
36 Olympics was the first television transmission of any power that went into space. That they recorded it and sent it back is simply a way of saying, hello, we heard you.
Or Sieg Heil, you're our kind of people.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. Hitler and his politics have nothing to do with this. I mean, it's highly unlikely that they would understand what they were looking at, and people need to understand the science.
People are in very good hands, Dr. Arroway. We'll take it from here.
You know, I realize that I've mentioned this a couple of times, but you know what's fucking super interesting? What? Why are you laughing?
He's anticipating the funny.
I'm anticipating.
It's not going to be funny, though, at all. Like, I'm being serious. But why are you laughing, though? Like, I don't understand. Fuck it.
Okay, go.
I'm now frowning at him.
Hitler! That motherfucker is interesting as shit. Me and Casey will come home late at night, and I put it on Hitler, and I can't go to bed. I'm completely sucked in.
I even like all of the
H channel. The H channel?
No, it's on Hallmark.
The H channel.
History channel.
I even like all the made up shit about Hitler, like all the
Oh, like the Holocaust and shit.
Oh no.
Roadhouse. I walked right into that. God damn it.
That was so good.
No, not the Holocaust. The Holocaust happened. That's clear. That is staying in. No, all this stuff about the mystical and the occult and
the whole Hellboy thing.
Yeah, like the bell. Mm-hmm. All that's super interesting. It's probably bullshit, but still, it's
the cosmic cube.
Exactly.
I mean,
this plot element kicked fucking ass.
Yeah.
Was this in the book?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Genius.
Yeah, because it was the very first.
Right. It's just fucking genius.
You know the sound of the signal? The
yeah.
That's the sound of the TARDIS. They just modulated it from Doctor Who.
No one watches Doctor Who.
People listening to the show know Doctor Who. Everyone hashtag Doctor Who me.
A lot of people rewatched it later, and it became the retardus.
I like that.
I am totally retardus.
This was sort of like the plot of Star Trek, the motion picture.
You mean the
V'ger?
When
they sent out V'ger and had the little
right
thing on there.
The record, yeah,
the record.
Pages and pages of data. Over 63,000 in all. And on the perimeter of each,
alignment symbols, registration mark, but they don't line up.
They do. If you think like a Vegan. An alien intelligence is going to be more advanced and That means efficiency functioning on multiple levels and in multiple dimensions.
Yes, of course. Where's the primer?
You'll see. Every three-dimensional page contains a piece of the primer. There it was all the time, staring you in the face.
What a funny word, primer.
She's saying it wrong. It's primer.
I thought it was primer, but maybe primer is something different. I mean, primer is a proper noun.
It's P-R-I-M-E.
I know, but it's
talking about that.
But it's a proper noun. It's with a capital P.
Are you saying it's a proper noun because I capitalized it in the notes?
Yeah.
That
Yes,
was
I am.
An accident.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. All right. Well, then I have nothing to say about that.
I love this scene. It's totally fascinating for me.
Okay, first of all, John Hurt could have the best voice in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's a good
Holy
one.
shit, his voice is amazing.
Don't you watch Harry Potter?
No.
Amazing.
Me either.
Yeah, it's
hey,
the best.
I did fall asleep during this scene, but my eyes were open.
That is true.
True story.
He was watching it, and I look over at him, and he just goes,
I was literally snoring.
and I'm like, "Are you sleeping with your eyes open?" He looks at me and goes, "Yeah, I think I was."
That's true. I didn't even know there was a thing. I didn't know I could do it.
No,
but
you do that.
I
It's
fucking
weird.
did it.
That's
fucking
fucking
crazy.
weird.
This is the point in the movie where I'm like,
He
on
was,
the
like,
edge
still
of the couch.
blinking.
I'm totally into it. I love
Yeah,
this
this
shit.
was neat. I mean,
No.
when I remember when I first watched it, I was sucked in. I was
Yeah.
hooked. I saw no flaws.
Yeah.
What, during
I
this
obviously
part?
saw some flaws.
What?
So, first of all, it's super obvious that when you've got three things that all line up, and then your it lines up here and it lines. Just fucking fold it and put it together.
Yeah, the best
How hard
minds.
was
The
that?
best minds.
Yeah, the best minds.
Whatever.
Yeah. It was obvious.
There's no reason to believe that their intentions are hostile.
Why is it the default position of the egghead stat that aliens would always be benign? Why is that, Doctor?
We pose no threat to them. It would be like us going out of our way to destroy a few microbes on some anthill in Africa.
It's an interesting analogy. And how guilty would we feel if we went and destroyed a few microbes on an anthill in Africa?
Well, that's a good point. So let's bring
Yeah,
Rob
it is.
Lowe in to fucking tie everything together. You know?
Tom Skerritt schooled the shit out of her on this.
Did he?
That was an excellent point that he made. This is why he's in the meetings with the presidents and she's not.
Right.
Because she's an emotional wreck.
Well,
She
she's
has
an idealist.
She's emotional.
She's also found all this.
Did I trigger?
Hold on.
Am I triggering?
My estrogen is welling up in me. I'm gonna
She's also
fucking
found
snap.
all this shit, and he hasn't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She was sitting on her fucking car wearing headphones for 20 years. She just stumbled into it. And she didn't even do all the work. It was all of her other people. All she did was sit on her fucking car and listen to headphones all goddamn day.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
that's-
think it was 20 years.
I'm gonna be honest. That sounds terrible to me.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't
Terrible.
do that. No, and I saw 2 times she sat over the canyon and she sat and thought, I could never fucking do that.
Right. That's ridiculous.
I could never do it ever.
Yeah, if she was listening to music, maybe.
No. Even
But-
then, what am I fucking sitting there thinking, listening to music?
Yeah, but she's
the
clearly
fucking
fucking
worst.
crazy. She spends like 20% of this movie in the fucking fetal position rocking.
Like I said,
What is
she's
that?
emotional. I'm not saying all women are emotional. I'm saying she's emotional.
And a woman.
Right.
What's Rich's deal?
The message was written in the language of science. Now, if it had been religious in nature, it should have taken on the form of a burning bush or a big booming voice from the sky.
But a voice from the sky is exactly what you found, Dr. Arroway. I'm sorry I'm late, ma'am. Now, I agree with Mr. Rank that there are unavoidable religious implications at stake here, but that doesn't justify taking an alarmist position. And my hope here is that we can find a common ground, break through any obstacles that may have kept us apart.
Right, well, perhaps we can get...
Yes.
I have to agree, though, here. I mean, this is where it gets a little bit ridiculous. So, like, she's saying burning bush or this or this. So, you know, I mean...
No, I thought this was great.
Well,
this is
no,
where...
but obviously nothing's going to be by the book because we're experiencing new shit. Matthew McConaughey makes the fucking great point of...
Right.
But you did hear voices from the sky. And at that point, it's like, oh, okay.
Well,
Which is
this
it's so weird at that
fucking
point.
did.
It's so weird at that point that he becomes a stripper later in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's
Who saw that
badass at
coming?
yoga.
gay stripper, right? gay stripper?
He likes Coors Light.
Oh, he's not gay? He just looked gay in it? Not that there's anything wrong with that. So, no, this is where, like, religion and science converge, and that's what the genius of this movie is he takes science, that's hard, cold science, and he takes faith-based religion, and he pushes them so into each other that you can't tell them apart.
Right. I think the movie fails at that. I think I know the story.
Your mom fails.
In my head, I know probably what the book says, and I bet it's way better as far as just, making these things come together. Because it's not just like this or this. I mean, there's so much clutter in all of this.
Have you seen Ancient Aliens on History Channel? I think everyone's probably
with
seen
that guy with the crazy hair.
It's the worst.
Yeah, the guy.
Do you think I've seen that? Like, be honest with
you
yourself.
watch all kinds of stupid shit.
I do not. I don't watch fucking anything. I don't. I fucking literally don't watch anything.
So anyway, that show basically takes things from the Bible, and everyone calm down. I'm not saying Ancient Aliens is a real thing. All right, I said earlier I don't think we've been visited. Anyway, but they take things from the Bible and then they explain it in a scientific way.
No, they just say it was actually aliens, not God.
In the later episodes, they go crazy. In the very beginning episodes, it's all based on Kurt Wagner's book, Chariot of the Gods or whatever. Anyway, and it actually is like, wow, I guess that seems plausible. But then they got to have another season, and so they just start making shit up.
Birds are fucking aliens.
Right.
So, Jaret, to your point, the book carries on pretty well with this movie. There's some parts that are actually very different, and the ending, they left the ending of the book out of this movie.
Oh, what was the ending of the book?
Well, do you want me to tell you now, or you want me to tell you at the end of the movie?
Later.
End of the movie, yeah.
I mean,
so my point here. Let me just tie this up. So him coming out and saying, but what did he say? Fuck. Oh, a voice was from the sky is exactly what you did here. And so Ancient Aliens is basically takes what McConaughey just said and said, yeah, that's why all the religion stuff is not this magical religion. It's science. It's aliens coming down, and these people are trying to interpret it in their small minds. They don't understand science and space and other planets and technology, and they're trying to basically explain it in their very simple terms, and that's how it. And so basically, him saying that doesn't really prove anything to me, but in the movie, it was kind of a great way of converging science and religion together.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good melding of the two, and obviously, a fun fact to note: Matthew McConaughey is a devout Christian.
Yeah, he's from Texas,
and Jodie Foster is a fucking atheist in real life.
She's from California.
Yeah, so there's that.
Is she?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because for me, it's like anything else in life. It's just like if you keep things simple, there's a way to just work it out, like make everything make sense or whatever. And, but at the same time, it's like political shit. We're going to believe what we want to believe. We're going to think what we want to think. At the end of the day,
damn it, she's from Los Angeles.
Well, she was a little kid in commercials.
Yeah, she was Freaky Friday.
She's a little
taxi driver.
She was a little kid in the suntan lotion ad.
She was a little girl in Taxi Driver.
The dog was pulling
which is in New York.
Her panties off. No one remembers that. Okay,
I do.
So what's more likely? Thank you. That an all-powerful, mysterious God created the universe and then decided not to give any proof of his existence, or that he simply doesn't exist at all, and that we created him so that we wouldn't have to feel so small and alone.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine living in a world where God didn't exist. I wouldn't want to.
How do you know you're not deluding yourself? I mean, for me, I need proof.
Proof? Did you love your father?
What?
Your dad, did you love him?
Yes, very much.
Prove it.
This is a fantastic scene, and here's why. Because it just shows, again, what I was saying earlier. Like, you got to believe in something. So, like, one person believes in science, one person believes in God, and, like, some people believe in the combination of the two, yada, yada. And then there's other people that just believe something else. I mean, that's what gets you through the day, You gotta, whatever. I mean, otherwise, like, what's the fucking point?
I actually think that is provable. I think at least enough.
Is what provable?
that she loved her dad. I think you could posit a scientific theory around to prove that she loved her dad. I think it was a bad example.
Yeah, it was not a good argument because having the emotion of love is not the same as having faith.
Is it not though? I mean, like,
not if you're like releasing oxytocin and dopamine and
no, but can't I act like I love somebody? I mean, can't I? Because I mean, like,
Can't you pretend like you believe something?
I did a few nights a couple of summers ago. You know, I mean, sorry, I did that for my wife's benefit. I thought she would think it was funny, but she did not.
She frowned.
No, I'm just saying, like, can't you? I don't know. I think proving that you love something or anything is fucking hard. I mean, it's just, I mean, I think it's hard to prove to somebody that knows you love them that it's fucking hard to prove to them that you love them. Does that make sense?
I still think it's provable if you had to prove it.
Well, I don't think you can prove feelings without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, a theory isn't a definitive.
That's correct.
What is it? Gravity's a theory, right? Which is the one?
Almost all scientific ideas are theories.
They're all theories, but they could all be proven wrong.
That's correct.
When you put it through the test, you go, okay, it passed all these tests. We all agree. A theory of relativity.
Then it becomes a hypothesis.
Well, it's
a hypothesis is before you.
It's testable, and the model allows you to closely approximate something with some sort of calculation.
Right.
Good enough to get what you need out of it.
Right. Nerds! Go ahead and say it, Jared.
Yeah, I need to pull that clip.
Special relativity.
Yeah.
This machine. Now, if it works, and you travel to Vega at even close to the speed of light, when you come back...
If you come back,
you'll only be 4 years older, but over 50 years would have passed here on Earth.
basically, yeah.
And everybody that you care about will be gone, dead and buried.
Yeah, that's interesting because we assume that everybody else has the same technology and the ways to travel that we do. Now, right after this, it's put out there that 95% of the people on Earth believe in some supreme being.
Which was true, and it's 85% now.
That's what I was going to say. It has to be less, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
It's 85% now.
Right. So 85% of the population of the world believe in something.
Believe in a
supreme being.
A supreme being
Not
of
something.
sorts. Yeah, okay, right. Believe in a supreme being. A higher power, so to speak, you know.
I don't think he's factoring in the whole wormhole part. I mean, because the whole point of the wormhole is you get there quicker. You're taking a shortcut.
Yeah.
You're not traveling the speed of light.
Well, they didn't have that Morgan Freeman show back then.
That's true. That's absolutely
people
true.
weren't informed.
Dude, that's the best show ever. Did you watch that show?
Cosmo?
Yeah, I did.
No, it's
Through
not
the
Cosmo.
Wormhole.
That's what it was called.
Through the wormhole? Yeah, that's a good show. Yeah, it's the faster you go is when general relativity takes over as far as the relative
But
time
if you're going through a wormhole, you're taking a shortcut.
Yeah.
And so a few
So a wormhole's a shortcut.
Yeah.
So it's like on Chutes and Ladders. You get a fucking...
It's exactly like
you get
Chutes
a
and Ladders.
shoot.
You're not going faster. You're going in a shorter distance.
Yeah. So if you got a piece of paper and you need to get from one corner to the next corner,
right?
Going the speed of light from one corner to the other corner will take a certain amount of time. But a wormhole is like you folding the paper, and those 2 points now touch.
Right.
And it takes you no time whatsoever to get from one corner to the other corner.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Nerds.
Except for it worked backwards for her, right? She spent more time, and no time happened on Earth. So
Wouldn't it suck if
she was in there 18 hours?
She was probably really looking forward to that whole 50 years going by, everybody being dead thing, being starting all over again. Like, how old are you? Fucking 90. I look great, don't I? Like, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
We got a security problem here.
Ellie, are you sure?
Yeah, this guy. He shouldn't be there. I know him.
Jerry, execute the rapid shutdown sequence. Security, move the emergency response team into position 1.
Get me Drummond on a secure loop, please.
Core master power. Got him.
David, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear.
Right, we've got a security breach here. Right behind you. The tall guy. The technician. See him?
Now, here, I want to put this out there for you guys, okay? And I want you guys to listen very carefully. If y'all are ever in this situation, I'm Jodie Foster, and you guys are Tom Skerritt,
Yeah.
My language is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to say, there is a crazy motherfucker behind you with crazy albino fucking eyes, and I'm pretty sure he's about to blow some shit up.
Right.
Kick him in the face as hard as you can.
Roadhouse. Here's the problem I have with that scene, and actually this is a big trope in Hollywood in general, and that's the sneak in to the job that you don't do, but you're going to sneak in and pretend you're doing this job with a bunch of other people.
You've all of a sudden got security clearance or whatever.
Well, not even that. It's not okay. Let's say you steal the right clearance and are able
you
to
know what to do. Yeah.
And you're in there. Everybody, you're now in this team of people that work together every single day. They're not going to notice this stranger.
Yeah, and actually, fantastic point too, because I guess you could backtrack and say maybe he had played the role the entire time, but this is the world doing a project. It's not just the U.S.
Yeah, no one's just walking.
The fucking world is doing this. Like, everybody pitched in and is doing this thing, and like this dude being there, he would have had to have gone to. But you're exactly right. Obviously, it's a fucking. We get back to your favorite movie, Real Genius, where they get on the ship and they stop it,
and they're just on the airplane,
and they just pop popcorn.
And also, this dude's Gary Busey's son.
It is, right?
Yeah,
and looks just like
the
him.
crazy
Holy
guy?
shit!
That makes sense. Yeah.
He's in a lot of movies.
He's done a bunch of stuff.
When I saw him in this movie, because I think this was the first movie I saw him in. It may have been his first movie. I'm not sure.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, was he in that one first?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I saw him in this one, and I thought he was going to be a huge deal because he has such
intense.
He just has a very star quality. I'm not saying he's attractive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's like, yes, I want to see him in more
exactly.
movies.
It's
he just
intense,
looks cool or
totally.
something.
He has a thing.
Yeah, there's a thing about him. Yeah. He could be a bad guy in any movie.
Oh, good for you.
First rule in government spending.
Spend all the
Why
money.
build one when you can have two at twice the price? Only this one can be kept secret. Controlled by Americans. Built by the Japanese subcontractors. Who also happen to be recently acquired, wholly owned subsidiaries of Haddon Industries. They still want an American to go, Doctor. Want to take a ride?
Anytime you see a guy towards the end of a movie with a CPAP on, like fucking the whole time he's talking, that dude is fucking dying.
Yeah, like he's gonna die.
He's fucking dead. Like he's in outer space, got a CPAP on, floating around. He's fucking dead.
This totally makes sense to me. This is the most important scientific discovery ever. Of course you're going to have a redundant system. And why is that a big deal? Shouldn't be a secret. Unless it's security, which, okay, great. But this was beamed from the sky. It didn't go directly to America, and then only America has the plans, and, okay, we'll let you help us.
But they found
fucking Russia would have been making one. China would have been making one. Germany would have been making one.
Oh, sure. So good point.
I figure everybody would be making
and also, not only that, I mean, fantastic point. I didn't even think about that. But
if they had the best minds to solve it.
But she's sending that same signal, like all those around. She had to, because as the Earth turns, she loses that signal.
Well, she wasn't sending it, but she was telling them where to pick it up from. But yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
She was sending them the information.
Right.
That's what I meant.
I thought they got their government spending equation wrong. Isn't it like, why build one when you could build two for the price of four, right?
Yeah, exactly. Good point. Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
I know you don't have much time, but as soon as I found out about the machine, I called the president. I came with kits. I had to see you one more time. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm glad you came.
Listen, there's something I gotta say to you. The reason I didn't vote for you to go, Ellie, was a good reason, but it wasn't the real one. I didn't vote for you to go because I don't want to lose you. And you find your way home, all right?
Man, she totally should have called him back, and they wouldn't be in this mess.
It had to be the rejection that he's into because I don't see what he sees in her. And I'm not talking about looks or anything. They're complete
It's not like
opposites.
he doesn't just go around having sex with a lot of people, though. His celibacy.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, his celibacy. He just couldn't do it, but he did it to her.
You don't think he could be physically attracted to her, emotionally attracted to her,
fascinated
by her intellect,
sure,
challenged by her ideas?
No, she actually seems like a big giant mess to me. I don't know
Yeah,
how
but I
he
think
would be attracted.
I
like
think
that.
Here's the thing. That's
Why are you looking at Jared?
Yeah, exactly.
As he's speaking.
But people love that shit, I mean, like that's your. I mean, yeah, you
That's
don't.
mine?
But you don't play like the
Rich
guy
has
that
never
has
been
it
with an
all
emotionally
together
destroyed
guy
person.
or whatever.
What?
What? I don't. What?
So he gives her the compass here.
Mm-hmm.
From the Cracker Jacks.
Which I thought was kind of cool because when she does do the thing where she's floating around, that's what gets her out of the chair so she doesn't fucking die. I don't know. Would she have died?
I thought the compass was from the very beginning.
She would have been hurt badly.
She would have died because they said, "Don't put her." This wasn't in the plans.
Yeah, she was saying, "This isn't in the plans. Don't put this stupid shit."
Why
in
wasn't she saying that for the first one?
Yeah, I don't know.
They were building that whole fucking thing, and it was there too.
Yeah, let's be honest. She didn't go to the funeral. She was like, "Fuck yeah, try this again."
She was dancing on his bones.
No, she wasn't because she didn't even fucking go to the funeral. She watched it on TV. It's like packing her shit for the next one. She knew it was happening. Fine.
Be honest though, as a chick, like dude, like random dude, like you see.
Is it Matthew McConaughey?
No, yeah.
All right, okay.
In a coffee shop, gives you his Cracker Jack prize, and it's
No.
just like, no, hold on, and it's like some kind of super sweet thing or whatever. It's kind of like real sweet, right?
I'll be honest, like.
What if he got it out
Shit like
of...
this just happens, though. Like, that's not something that's like, stuff like this doesn't happen. It really does a lot.
What if he got it out of one of those claw machines?
Oh, boy, don't get her started on that. You do not even want to know.
No, we already talked about it. We
Yeah, it was already on here.
He probably has a box full of these little compasses. And
Yeah,
he's, like,
I don't know. Yeah, things like that happen.
He has a box of
I was bummed. So here's the thing.
That's what you were saying. This was his one discretion.
This is the equivalent of like a drunk guy at a bar that proposes to you with a ring pop. Like,
My thing is that like here's the thing.
Did you not see him in the restaurant in the beginning? He had so much game. He was
Yeah, but if it's Matthew McConaughey, honestly, I think she should have had like seen all the red flags because he's like stopping by, like he's interested in talking to her, and it's like, oh, by the way, I'd like an interview with your boss. I didn't really realize that you were associated. Liar. He's using her the whole time.
The white nerdy girl with glasses. Yeah. What else is she there?
Matthew McConaughey, he's got a tan and he's a priest. It makes
And
no
everybody
sense.
also knows that if you don't get tattoos in your Cracker Jacks, you fucking throw that shit against the wall. Everybody knows that.
Or jewelry.
He would have thrown that motherfucker, just been like, this is not fucking tattoos. Fuck you, Cracker Jacks.
Cracker Jacks are great until you get to the fucking peanut.
I like the peanuts.
No.
I don't mind the peanuts.
You're not real. None of this is real.
That's my scientist.
When I was unconscious, you downloaded my thoughts, my memories, even Pensacola.
We thought this might make things easier for you.
Why did you contact us?
You contacted us. We were just listening.
And there are others?
Many others.
They all travel here through that transit system that you built.
We didn't build it. We don't know who did. No, they were gone long before we ever got here.
Dude, so now she has to talk like she's dying?
What a dick move.
For what?
He shows up like it's her dad,
Yeah.
makes her believe that her dad's alive, and then goes, and then she's like,
I'm
it's
just
not
an
you. It's like,
alien,
yeah.
Gotcha.
We thought you'd think it was funny.
We thought it would be easier for you if I came back as your dead father.
And then left again.
If I took off my pants, you'd see my 7 penises. Because it's fucking glorious here. I like to touch them all at once with my 9 hands. Right?
What do you do with the other
I just hate that she knew that he wasn't her dad. And then
she's smart.
No. That she knew that, and then he was still like just being like creepy alien dad, like touching her cheek and like gazing into her eyes.
You were always my favorite.
Yeah.
You've got your mother's hands.
But this wasn't an alien though. They said that it was just kind of a recording of her memory and emotions and stuff that like formed a creepy fucking alien.
I don't think they really made that. I think it was maybe something they were projecting in her mind.
He was probably anal raping her, but he had already numbed it.
Not rape, they probe.
I think maybe he was just licking.
He had numbed her bum while he was hugging her.
You can't do
and then
that.
they're like people behind her anal raping her.
That's not even a thing.
I mean, not anal rape, anal probing. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Anal rape is violent. Anal probing is for research.
Yeah, for research.
Right, research. They were researching her anus.
So in the book, she asks, "Is there a God?"
Oh, that's what I would have asked too.
Yeah. And they say something similar in the movie.
Do they like laugh?
No, and they say something similar that the alien says in the movie, which is like, "We don't know."
But
he says,
did they have a Bible?
No. So they say, but you should look into all of the the special numbers like pi and all the different constants and stuff.
Yeah.
He just kind of throws that out.
Ooh, that's important.
So there's an algorithm for something.
So yeah, everything is about math because it's the
universal language.
Universal, yeah.
It's a class I failed in 9th grade. It's
Well, the universal language is actually English.
Love. Oh.
But the international language.
Oh, international. Sorry. God damn it.
Wait, what did you say?
Universal.
So, I mean, I want to discuss the universe thing. I mean, I feel like there could absolutely be beings out there that exist in a reality beyond our understanding, beyond the third dimension, that kind of thing. Because I feel like as earthlings, as humans, we feel like our realm of understanding is all there is. And beyond what we can comprehend and understand, that doesn't exist. Or we fill it in with, I don't want to offend anybody, but fill it in with religion. Okay?
Yeah,
or we're all like on the Truman Show and we like just live in a fucking fish tank. People just
I
watch
actually
us.
think that's what this movie is saying. Exactly what you're saying right now.
Okay. But it also could be just like what Tom Skerritt said, which was just a bunch of noble gases and carbon compounds.
Sure.
I feel like it could just be that too. And we're just this solo ball in the middle of the universe doing our own thing.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
It's definitely not impossible. But that's the thing. Like, that's what you believe. Got to believe in something.
No, that's not what I believe. I just feel like that could be.
Yeah,
like I'm agnostic. I don't think that there's not a God or not something going. I just don't think that we have the ability to comprehend what is out there, and I feel like we fill it in with stuff. There could be something that could be equated to a God of what everyone refers
fill
to
it
the
in
God.
with stuff as generalizing, though. Like that doesn't necessarily speak for everybody.
85% of the world is
okay, sure, but at the same time, we're still an evolving planet. You know, I mean, like we haven't been here very long.
Okay,
Well,
what is that?
Especially, what do you mean? What?
Well, how does that refute what I was just saying?
I'm not refuting anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying we're ever evolving. We're ever evolving in our thoughts or whatever. Like, this is where we are right now.
What does that have to do with what I just said then?
What it has to do with what you just said is this. Like, what are you saying? I actually never know. I actually wasn't listening to you.
All I'm saying is I feel like our brains can only comprehend so much.
Right.
And we fill in the holes with religion.
We build our own model in our head about how everything is working. Sometimes that model is science. Sometimes that model is religion.
Sometimes that model's the Kardashians.
Yeah, so us filling
it
in with just religion is that seems silly. I mean, some people want to believe in religious beings or whatever, and some people choose not to. Want to believe in science. Some people have like a combination of the two. So
I don't even think it's a belief. I just think people have a model in their head of how things work. Some of it's informed by church and in their upbringing. Some of it's informed by what they learn in school and through science. Everyone has their own model.
Yeah. Everything is fucked up. Here's the thing, and I'll just to me it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So if my back hurts, I just go and somebody rubs it. You know what I mean?
You should do a whole podcast on that.
I know. I've already thought about it. And then somebody rubs it, and then it feels better for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no other species does that. Nothing else in the world does that. I mean, are there other things out there?
Monkeys
If I'm hungry, I can go to a place, and people will put together in a goddamn fucking pan whatever I want and bring it to me in how I decided I want it presented to me. And I just fucking eat it. To me, that shit is fucking amazing. I think about it all the time. I think about this. Shoes. If I want shoes, I can go to a place and a guy will measure my foot and put a fucking shoe on me. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy. If I want to go, but here's the thing. It gets crazier than that. I could go to the zoo and just look at animals. You know what I mean? Like, life is just fucking insane to me. Today, I swear to God, this is a true story.
I think I know what you're getting at.
No.
Okay.
Not this story. Today, I went in sweatpants and a shirt because I had to take... Okay, fuck it. It's a deeper story. I had to take these boots that my daughter owned to her mom so that another girl could use them in a dance. But I had already brought them to dance a week before, and the girl didn't want them yet because she didn't want to hang on to them.
Wow, that is deep.
There's traffic on a fucking road that I don't go on. I call my wife on the fucking phone and go, hey, should I not go this way? So I go the other way, and I end up going into a gas station. I fill my car up with gas, get Subway, carry the Subway around, buy a 12-pack of beer, go back into the car, come home, and watch this fucking movie. How insane is that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
insanity. All of it is insane.
You've been dipping into Danny's candies he left here.
No, I'm asking a question though. Is that not insane?
It's insane that you have some chores to do?
No. That's not what he's getting at. I do this. I wake up in the morning. I'm in this weird state where I'm overthinking everything. And I'll look at my hand and I'm like, how is my hand fucking possible?
Hands are weird. I get weird on that too sometimes.
Not just hands. I'm just saying how we're living in a house.
Yeah.
On a sphere that's floating around this giant ball. How is this happening?
My brother called me yesterday. He goes, I want you to take pictures of this truck that I had fucking created that lifts trash cans into the back of it and then cleans the fucking trash can and puts it down, and people are going to give me currency to do that shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Did you say he moved back to Texas?
Yeah, he's living here now, and he's killing it.
Where at?
He's living in Louisville right now.
Oh, wow. So he's close by.
Oh, he's
so
close.
we get him on the show?
Oh, he'll be here, yeah.
Oh,
It'll
awesome.
be amazing.
That's great. I can't wait.
But I just think
because ain't no dog. Oh, that's not.
No. He goes, hey boy,
boy.
it's your brother. You know, I just need you to take some pictures. But the other guy's like, ain't no dog. Never not starved to death whilst having food put in front of their face.
All right. So what I was getting at was when I think about that, that's when I come super close to going, I understand why people believe in God. Because how can this happen? It can't just happen. I can't just have this hand, this blood's flowing through it that's causing these electrical stuff going around in my brain, and which is memories and thought process and decision making.
Childbirth, the weirdest thing of all time.
Childbirth. I mean, all these. It has to be this God. And I get that. If you're out there going, yes, Rich, that's what I'm talking about. I've been yelling at my radio for the past half hour because you didn't get it, and now you're finally getting it. Yes, I totally understand where you're coming from. However, I take it a little further and I go, but maybe we just don't understand it. Maybe we don't understand how we got this way, and we're filling that spot in with religion.
And the
because
Kardashians.
It's easier. And the Kardashians. Because it's easier. I'm not saying there's not a God, but I'm not saying there is one, because it could be just something we just don't understand yet because we don't have the mental capacity to do it. We don't have the mental capacity to figure out why we're here.
Oh, I
Thank
have
God
the
we
mental
have Donald
capacity
Trump
to
now
do
to
it.
help us out with that.
Roadhouse. Ellie, just hold on tight. We're still trying to determine the nature of the malfunction, but the important thing is you're okay.
What?
It's all right, Ellie. The important thing is that you're safe.
What malfunction? What happened? What day is this?
I'm sorry, Ellie. Did you say what day?
How long was I gone?
Ellie, the IPV dropped straight through the machine. You didn't go anywhere.
What a great scene.
What irritates me about this is that when they were first building this device, they were like, we don't know if it's going to do this, or we don't know if it's going to open up a portal to another dimension,
Right.
or we don't know this. And then now it's like, no, you fucking fell through and nothing happened.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
fuck the program.
And
Totally
there was
agree.
a flash of fucking light. It
Yeah.
wasn't like it just fell through.
Yeah.
There was sparks going on.
Why
in there.
didn't they ever put somebody in the pod, hang them over the thing, and say, look, you can see through the floor? We should probably look into that. That's interesting, right?
Right. Yeah, as programmers, we know that this would have been tested out. That
They ran the
yin-yang.
machine several times, had somebody in the pod, and they said, this is some fucked up shit. What's happening here?
Yeah, we're
should
onto
probably
something.
We should probably study this, right?
Right. No, let's just do it one time.
Nope, it's
all
over.
the way
Fucking
through.
shut
done,
it down.
and then shut it down.
We spent $1 trillion. We're done.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're done.
Which is not what we would do.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No, not at all.
They were like, holy fuck, look, you can see through the metal. What the fuck?
my
We need-
God.
Let's
Shut
study
it
that
down.
one thing.
Shut it down.
We-
They can see through the fucking floor. Okay.
We should make a car where you could see through the hood. You can see the road. It'd be awesome, right?
Exactly.
Doctor, are you familiar with the scientific precept known as Occam's razor?
Yes. It means that all things being equal, the simplest explanation tends to be the right one.
Exactly. Now, you tell me, what is more likely here? That a message from aliens results in a magical machine that whisks you away to the center of the galaxy to go windsurfing with dear old dad, and then a split second later returns you home without a single shred of proof? Or that your experience is the result of being the unwitting star in the farewell performance of one S.R. Haddon, a man with the means, the motive, and the opportunity to play you and indeed the rest of us as pawns in the biggest, the most elaborate, the most expensive hoax of all time.
First time I actually thought about that. Dude, so when James Woods brings this up, I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, he did. He did have the capacity to be able to do that, and he definitely the means to do it.
I loved how Carl Sagan just turned everything upside down on its head and was like, boom.
Yeah.
Now you're asking us to have faith in your science, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that continues to intertwine itself.
What is the furthest she was able to talk on her ham radio was like Detroit. And so she drew a picture of Detroit when her dad died. And when she went to visit him, it was just a fucking piece of shit Detroit neighborhood.
I don't think it was about how far she got on her ham radio. I think it was just an impactful memory for her. And the aliens picked up on it.
Oh, gotcha. That makes more sense, actually, when you say it.
Stop being a dick. Yeah, but I mean, James Woods, he's fucking making a lot of sense.
He sure was angry about the whole thing,
He's
though, wasn't
fucking angry about everything. He doesn't want anything to be anything.
That makes sense later on, though, I think. I think this is just
It was
a
a show. It's a show for him to run for something else.
Yeah.
I had an experience. I can't prove it. I can't even explain it. But everything that I know as a human being, everything that I am tells me that it was real. I was given something wonderful, something that changed me forever. A vision of the universe that tells us undeniably how tiny and insignificant and how rare and precious we all are. A vision that tells us that we belong to something that is greater than ourselves, that we are not, that none of us are alone. I wish I could share that. I wish that everyone, if even for one moment, could feel that awe and humility and hope. But that continues to be my wish.
She changes the way she talks like 4 times in the movie.
She's always like really, really cool.
This is Holly Hunter, Jodie Foster, right here. Like this is where she's doing her Holly Hunter impression.
Yeah, I actually liked her in this scene. I thought she delivered it really well. But I agree with her. Just her accent
Everything's
just
so
drives
breathy
me crazy.
and shaky, and like you're gonna cry. Fucking just do it.
I know. I thought this scene was brilliant. They basically again turned her. Here's what all this science stuff I did into. You have to believe in and have faith in what I'm saying and what I saw, which is how religious people talk. I mean, everything she said, you could say that this person had this event in their life that turned them over to God.
Yes, of course.
That's how she's talking.
Well, turned over to a bigger picture.
The point is that she had this experience, and Matthew McConaughey is over there looking, going, yeah. I already fucking told you I had this experience. I walked outside. Right. I hadn't felt anything like this before.
Right.
You don't understand. I wasn't a human being like this. I know that there's a God. And here she is saying the exact same thing, but essentially trying to make us all
believe in her
believe in fucking aliens.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe all that heavy vibration just gave her first orgasm, and that's what happened.
These aliens... They did not make it easy to join their club.
Yeah, they're like, no, we'll see you in a couple billion years.
Go back and see if you can convince them. If you can, we'll let you back into the club.
I apologize if y'all already talked about this. Why could they only do it one time?
I thought about this, and I thought maybe the aliens are only letting them do it one time.
What do you mean one time?
The machine and just like, hey,
no, they
drop
just
some...
shut the thing down because she just fell through and nothing happened.
No, they did it.
We were
they
bitching
did
about
it.
that.
Nobody else goes, well, let me try it.
Yeah,
you know,
stupid,
maybe she's telling
right?
the truth.
Yeah, why isn't it like the high dive?
Let's run it one more time.
My turn.
Let's
Dude,
run it
it's
one more
fucking
time.
Hurricane Harbor, Wet and Wild going on in there.
But
Sounds
to
awesome.
me, it made it seem like the aliens were like, yeah, you'll have to go to the next step. You're not coming back, right?
I think it's like the high dive.
But we're America.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, we're America. Fuck it. We'll try again anyway.
Well, and we're America in fucking Japan.
We
don't give a fuck.
We were willing to kill somebody off the first time. Like, fuck it. She lived great. Now the next person's definitely willing to go.
Care.
Right.
Bye. Let's go.
I assume you read the confidential findings report from the investigating committee.
I flipped through it.
I was especially interested in the section on Airway's video unit, the one that recorded the static.
Continue.
The fact that it recorded static isn't what interests me.
Continue.
What interests me is that it recorded approximately 18 hours of it.
That is interesting, isn't it?
What is his deal with trying to bury this?
Because that's just the whole Hollywood government thing.
In my opinion, from earlier on, he had suggested, you just need to hand this over to military and let us take over. I think he was just trying to get it there the whole time. Now this is a confidential thing that military takes over and nobody has to worry about it.
And I think that's great
and
movie
then it's
making.
Stargate.
Right. I think that's great movie making. The T is all there. But that scene completely negates the whole point of the movie, which is the whole convergence of science and religion and their similarities. Basically, with that scene, they just fucked everything and said, nope, it's science, dude.
I don't think so. I think
they did that at all.
No, because they were like, she was there. She absolutely was there. We don't have to take...
But they don't know where she was or what happened.
They don't believe her.
No, the guy believes her at the end. He knows something happened.
No, but
hold on, guys, hold on.
At the court hearing.
Maybe he believes her. Is he a belieber?
Not yet.
No, he didn't have the haircut.
Not in
the court.
That's my job, by the way, on this podcast. Y'all keep going, but I keep doing that kind of shit.
We know.
Okay.
I was trying to keep
Are you going to let me talk?
I know. What?
Just kidding.
So when she comes back and they say, you dropped right through, it didn't happen. She was like, no, it happened. And then she's pleading in court. We, as a listener, as a watcher of the movie, maybe she did fucking dream all that shit up.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
And so I'm in this cool little limbo where it leaves me hanging. But then with this scene, which I absolutely agree with the decision to do it because it was the right decision to do for the movie. But at the same time, it robbed me of that. Who knows what happened? It's up to your imagination.
I have to agree with you on that. I thought, well, are they going to solve this? Like, what's going to happen? And by the way, I really like this. I like this movie. I thought it was a little bit long.
I don't think.
I think there were a lot. There was a lot of just really drawn out things.
I think there was probably so much in the book that they felt like
the build up to it.
So I agree with you. I think that like sort of her being in front of the Senate or whatever, or this panel, Congress, whatever. That's where I was. I was like, well, I mean, why couldn't she have dreamed this? Even if it was fucking 18 hours, to be honest. Now, I think maybe I wanted to just sort of like end with the hearing and I even love the end with the two of them, you know, getting in the car and and here's the cross between here's the two of them together,
right?
You know, like here's religion, here's science, and we love each other or whatever.
All fun and games till they have kids.
Did you want to hear how the book ends?
Yes, I do. Fuck. Sorry.
Jesus.
So I don't think this would have worked well in the movie. Okay. So it's kind of a moot point, but it's interesting, and it really speaks to what you're interested in, Rich, which is they throw out this big bomb like, hey, why don't you look into some of these special numbers? So all this trial shit happens, and it's kind of left out like, oh, well, we don't know. And so she goes back into academia, and she ends up trying to calculate pi out as far as possible, as far as they can go with all these big supercomputers and everything.
Right.
And they start looking at it in different base numbers. So, you know, base 3, base 4, base 10 is like normal numbers for us. And then they start looking at it in base 11. And a series of ones and zeros start coming out. And it turns out that once they put it on a grid in a certain way, it actually makes a circle. And if you know anything about what pi is, it's the ratio of the circumference by the diameter. That's what pi is. So, and then it turns out that in this ratio of a circle is this number sequence that makes a circle.
Okay.
Right. So, and then it just comes.
Is that just gimmicky though?
Yeah, and it's more like, well, some higher power has put these messages in these universal numbers that are the universe is built out of.
But everything is math.
Like it's like a higher intelligence has kind of designed this all.
Like our human form is math.
And it was, I mean, it was super interesting.
I think that is interesting.
Okay.
It
Seems
is.
gimmicky, but all right.
Our human form is math. Everything's mathematical.
Everything's mathematical, but we made up math.
It still pushes this whole like.
No, we understood math.
Science and the universe and intelligence, and it's kind of still left.
Still intertwined.
Yeah.
Okay.
It leaves it like that.
I think that's a better story.
Yeah.
And I also think it's a very inclusive story. As safe, you know, I mean, if you're not going to piss everybody off, you say both sides could be right.
Yeah, it kind of alludes to some sort of intelligent design.
Right. Yeah.
Let's check the Facebook page.
All right. So Zach McKeno writes this. Dudes, just got through the Groundhog Day episode and wanted to comment to the female version of Cockblock. It's called Twat Swat.
Have you ever heard that?
I haven't, but I think Twat Swat is the fucking greatest name for a band ever.
Maybe, I wonder if it is a band.
Let's look it up now.
Be. And if it's
I bet
not,
it's his fucking band. He just pimped it.
Fucking amazing.
God
okay.
damn it.
Marco Vagina. That is not his last name.
Wait. Did I put vagina? I meant Molina.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm totally kidding. He's going to kick my ass.
Yeah. And he could, by the way.
I'm sure he could.
Wait, are you
just
kidding
Marco? I was just
also,
giving him
here's
shit.
the thing. He's Mexican.
Marco is
he
my
will
best
stab
friend.
you. He will shank you right in the fucking
I'm
throat.
sure he's
He
a
doesn't
nice
give a
guy.
fuck.
We are best friends.
Mexican stabby.
All right, Marco Molina. Well, my merch guy is. Marco Molina writes this. Rich, you said that Bill Murray was one of the previous Neos because the deja vu happening over again is the Matrix. Deja vu is a glitch in the Matrix. It means they changed something. How is Bill Neo? You better read this on the podcast. All right, I feel like this is fucked up because you guys got into a fight.
We did not get into a fight.
Well, an argument.
He took it personal that I said Hamilton was the worst thing ever.
Well, he took it personal because you...
He's not here to defend himself, which
have
I
you-
think is
has
very
you-
unfair.
Well, also,
seen-
you thinking it's the worst thing ever means... And let's just be honest. You don't like musicals.
Right.
And you never saw Hamilton.
I like Grease.
Did you see
I think
Hamilton?
I would like Wicked.
Did you see
Right,
Hamilton?
but you don't... The point is this. You don't like musicals.
Correct.
And Rich
So
didn't
you
see
are
Hamilton.
not the guy to say that something is the worst ever.
Yeah, like I eat a lot of spicy foods, so I can't be a food critic.
I don't understand what that means, but
It's actually fucking spot on right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So my point is,
Oh, look at him! He just fucking blew you off like a. Holy
I just
shit.
don't understand it. I can have an opinion on anything.
But
It's my opinion. It's subjective. That's what fucking opinions are.
Okay.
I've looked at clips. I looked at the promo for Hamilton.
Right.
It looks horrible.
Well, you don't like plays.
Or musicals.
You don't like musicals.
I like Grease.
Nor hip hop.
Right. The point
I
is
think
this.
Grease is one of the best movies ever made.
But here's the thing. If I don't like pizza, I'm not the guy to go to
But
ask.
you love pepperoni pizza. You just don't like any other pizza besides that.
No, that's not the same.
That's what I just said. I like Grease.
Right, but Grease is basically let's call that
really, really good.
No, French bread. But you don't.
You're making up asinine rules to a thing.
No,
it is a musical.
You can't like one thing and then be a critic of anything else.
Well, define critic. I never said I was a critic. I said I don't like it.
No,
Let's go
you
back
said
to
it's
you
the worst
haven't
thing
seen
ever.
the musical, so you don't know if it's bad or
It
not.
is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
No.
You're saying it's the worst thing ever. That's being critical.
Worse than the Holocaust?
That's a critic. Which, by the way,
I think
I've
was
been
in
meaning
the
to talk to you
realm
about
of
this. Do you know that we're not
musicals.
movie critics? We're just supposed to be talking about shit.
Look, you do this all the time.
What do I do?
If I'm talking about a movie, I'm criticizing or beloving a
I know
movie.
we're just supposed to talk about it.
We're talking about it.
Yeah.
What are you saying? That I should not be critical of a movie because I'm not a professional critic?
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you shouldn't fucking hate Hamilton.
Or Marco.
It's the
'cause he's
worst
my best
thing
friend.
ever. Look, here's my thing. All right.
The tables have turned.
I get this all the time. What are you talking about? The tables have turned.
I'm joking.
So, no, here's the thing with musicals. Here's why I don't like musicals.
Okay, but
it's because I'm a man.
We're not. We're not talking
seriously.
about
the reason I like Grease is that it's manly. Like everything's tough about Grease. It's like
what are you talking
No, stop.
about?
Hang on. Let me explain.
The point is not. Here's
Don't cut
the
me
thing.
off. Let me explain.
But this is.
It's not like Jaret has good taste. He
This
thinks
gets
Grease
back
2 is
into
good.
this gets back into Arthur. It's you not liking Arthur because you think the remake is good. That's
that is
fucking
not why.
not cool.
That is not why.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with
It
why
does,
I did.
but it's-
It is
dude,
not. I
you-
watched Arthur first.
Then you
remake.
blew the podcast because we were fucking trying to talk about a movie.
You blew the podcast.
You blew
because
the podcast.
You took it personally.
This is my fucking show.
It has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that it is your show.
Do you wish you could play this song in front of people when they're pissing you off in real life?
Totally. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jaret. This has been Jaret Goes to the Movies. We have all kinds of stuff. You can find us on our website. It's at JaretGoesToTheMovies.com. Guys, we have a new store open. Holy shit. Like, you can buy our stuff. We have a coffee mug and a shirt and a bunch of other stuff coming. Go check that out. We're on Facebook.
I bought a
YouTube.
shirt today.
I know you did.
Twice.
By the way, Rich saved everyone $25 in shipping.
I did.
By,
This is funny because I just put my headphones back on and then the song was playing.
Sorry, guys. I know you guys are sick of that song.
It's just so loud, that's all.
Guys, find us on the web at JaretGoesToTheMovies.com. We have a new merch store. Why not go click on it and buy some shit. We are also at Jaret Movies, JaretMovies on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, Pinterest, Patreon, Google Plus, and Tumblr by searching, well, you guessed it, Jaret Goes to the Movies. You can find me on all the socials at JARET2113. You can find Rich on all the socials at Rich Coleman TX. You can find my lovely wife Casey on all the socials at CASEYYANT. And you can find Will on all the socials using 1L, WILVARK. Also, I do want to say this. Hold on. I'm so sick of this song. Who keeps playing it? This is the fucking worst. No, I just want to end this podcast with this. I'll see you down the road.